Hello everyone, this is Sheikh Roshan Jamir from CSC department. The topic is about understanding the T-core partitions and the T-tuples. Introduction to the T-core partitions. Definition of T-core partitions, historical context and importance in the combinators. Examples to illustrate the concept. This is about introduction of T-core partitions. Introduction of T-tuples. Definition of T-tuples, relation to the partitions and their applications, and visual representation of T-tuples. The bijection between the T-core partitions and the T-tuples. Explanation of bijection. Step-by-step illustration of how the T-core partition correspondent to the T-tuples. Diagram is visualized to the transformation. Current challenges in understanding the bijection. Discuss the complexity and ambiguities in the bijection. Highlight the gaps in the existing literature. Mention the specific example of the challenges. Open problems for the further research. List the current open problems in the study of T-core partitions and the T-tuples. Suggest the areas of potential and exploration and summary and the conclusion. Recap the importance of the T-core partitions and the T-tuples. Highlight the significance of the bijection in the combinatorial theory. Key takeaways. The importance of T-core partitions in the combinator is overview of the bijection and its implications. Broader impacts on the related fields. Why this is significant? Explain the implications of bijunction beyond the combinator is discuss the potential applications in the mathematics and computer science. Practical examples. Show the additional examples of the T-core partitions and the corresponding T-tuples. Include the visual aids to enhance the understanding. Visualization. The more diagrams or interactive elements to illustrate the concept. Dynamic visuals showing the examples in the real time. Question to the ponder. List thought-provoking questions for the audience and the consider during the and after the presentation. Reference. Key papers and the text related to the T-core partitions and the T-tuples. Suggestion for the further reading. Advanced examples T-tuples to the T-core partitions. Detailed walkthrough of converting the T-tuples into the T-core partitions. Visual aids to support the explanation. Combinational complexity of bijunction. Discussions on the complexities. Construction the bijunction. Mention the potential optimization of computational efficiency. Applications in the combinatorial game theory. Explore how T-core partitions and the T-tuples relate to the game theory, particularly in the publicals like NIM. Real-world applications and implications. Open questions in the field. Highlight open problems specifically related to the bijunction and its application. Encourage the further exploration and research. Related topics in combinatories. Overviews of the related topics like Tuples formula, partitions, functions, and Q series. Discuss how these concepts interrelate. Practical applications. Discuss applications of the bijunction in the areas such as cryptography and data compression. Real world example to the illustrate the summary. Recap key points. Definition of the T-core partitions and the T-tuples. Overview of the bijunction significance and applications. Question and discuss. Open the floor for the questions and from the audience. Encourage the discussion on the potential applications and interpretation. Thank you. Slide. Thank you, audience, for the attention. Provide content information and questions or discussion. Uh, product the information for the follow-up questions and the discussions. Bijunction between the T-core partitions and the T-tuples. Understanding the relation between the partition theory and combinators. Your name and date. Introduction to the partition theory and combinatories. Brief the introduction to the partition theory and combinatories. Why T-core partitions and the T-tuples matter. Objective of the presentation. This is about introduction to the partition theory. What are the partitions? Definitions of partitions. A way to write a numbers as a sum of other numbers. Example, partition of 5, 5, 2, comma 1, 3, comma 2, 3, comma 2, 3, 3, 1, comma 1, 2, 2, comma 2, 1, 2, comma 1, comma 1, comma 1, 1, comma 1, comma 1, comma 1. Decopartitions. Definitions of decopartitions. Example for the decopartitions for t equals to 3. Significance of T is T core in the partitions. Visualizing the partitions in table. Visual diagrams of n tables to represent the partitions. Simple example of representing the partitions of 7. Ferrer's diagrams. Explanation of Ferrer's diagram for the visualizing the partitions. Example of Ferrer diagrams for 4, 3, 1. This is about Ferrer's diagram. Arms and the leg lengths. Definition of an arm and the leg lengths in the partition. Show how to calculate them in the simple partition diagram. This is about arm and leg lengths. Definitions of the T-core partitions revisited. What is the T-core partitions? Example, a three-core partitions and its properties. Significance in the number theory and combinators. This is about the T-core partitions are revisited. These are the questions about T-core partitions. Why T-core partitions matter. Applications in the number theory, combinatories, and representation theory. The connection to the symmetric group. Why deco partitions matter. Application in the number of theory, combinatories, representation theory, connection to the symmetric group. Introduction to the bijunction. Definition of bijunction. One-to-one correspondence. Example, a simple bijunction between two sets. Importance of bijunctions in combinatories. Introduction to the bijunctions. This is about the introduction to the bijunction. Definitions of T-tuples. A T-tuples is order listed for the T elements. Example of an T-tuple A, comma, B, comma, C. Importance of the T-tuples in the combinator. This is the definitions of T-tuples. A T-tuples is order list to the elements. Examples of the T-tuples A, comma, B, comma, C. Importance of the T-tuples is a combinator. Bijunction between the T-core partitions and the T-tuples. Bijunction between the T-core partitions and the T-tuples. Distinction between the bijunction we are studying. Overviewing the connection between the T-core partitions and the T-tuples. Bijunction between the T-core partitions and the T-tuples. Description of bijunction we are studying. Overview of the connection between the T-core partitions and the T-tuples. Connection between the T-core partitions and the T-tuples. Examples of bijunction. T equals to 3. Step by step. Example of a bijunction between a three-core partitions and the T-tuples. Visual transformation of the process. Example of the bijunction T equals to 3. Properties of the bijunction. Why the bijunction holds the theoretical explanation. This is the uniqueness of correspondence and key properties of this bijunction. Properties of this bijunction. Why the bijunction holds theoretical explanation. The uniqueness of the correspondence. Key properties of this bijunction. Algorithm for the bijunction construction. Steps for constructing the bijunction between the T-core partitions and the T-tuples. How to reverse this process. Visualizing the algorithm. Flowcharts or diagrams explaining the steps of the algorithm visually. This is visualizing the algorithm. About flowcharts and diagrams explaining the steps of algorithm visually. Applications in the representation theory. How T-core partitions and their bijunction to the T-tuples are used in the representation theory. Mention the connections of the symmetric group and algebraic combinators. Applications in the representation theory. Connection to the affine Lie algebras. Brief the overview of the how to T-core partitions related to the affine Lie algebras. Generalizing the bijunction. How the bijunction can be generalized for the different value of T. Example. Generalization to the T equals to 4, 5, etc. Challenges and open questions. Current challenges in the understanding this bijunction. Open the problems for the further research in the field. Summary and the key takeaways. Recap the importance of the T-core partitions and the T-tuples. Highlight the bijunction between them. Why this bijunction is significant in the combinatories and the beyond. Questions and discussions. Open the floor for the questions and encourage discussions on the application and deeper in interpretations. Thank you.